Hello and welcome to Sky Sports News, with me as usual, your host Wayne Kerr. In tonight's show, breaking news, Bood FM has been smoking crack. Well, that may be a little bit of a lie, but he must have been smoking something. Reports are coming in that he's rejected a lucrative 5-year deal with Real Madrid at the last minute to sign a new 1-year extension with Scunthorpe United. What is he thinking? It does make you wonder what juicy information the Irons board must have on Bood for him to make such a dramatic U-turn. I'm being told by my producer that we are heading over now live to Glanford Park for a special press conference with the man himself, Bood FM. Let's see what he's got to say. This will be interesting.
Well, hello everyone, thanks for coming here. It's such short notice today. I'm guessing you're all as shocked as I am that I'm sat here in this chair at Glanford Park, still Scunthorpe United's manager. Maybe not shocked as I am, but it is what it is. Got a busy day though, loads to get through because of what's been happening recently. So only a few questions, really apologise, and we need to get right into it. So we'll start with that good looking dude over there.
Lee Masters from the Master Plan. Do you think staying at Scunthorpe could hurt your reputation here? As they say, always leave them wanting more and go on a high. Or do you think you can achieve even bigger things at this club? And on a side note, how is the most handsome goalkeeper in the world, Stephen Davidson, getting on? And have you got a contact number for him? Just asking for a friend, obviously.
Obviously. Look, I'm still in contact with Stephen, although he hasn't returned my calls for a while. He hasn't returned anyone's calls. I think he gets pestered quite a lot. Maybe he's changed his number. Probably have to get in touch with his new club. As for hurting my reputation, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. The offer on the table was from Real Madrid, and that's a fantastic club. It would have been amazing for me, amazing for my career, amazing for my family to go to Spain, but this is what it is, and I've decided to stay here for at least one more year. I've activated, or the club have activated, a 1-year extension. So look, we've built a fantastic thing, great foundation here. We've achieved a lot. We won the Europa League last year, so there's no reason why we can't kick on. I think we can kick on. Next question.
Hi Bood, John Griffiths, Daily Sport. With your unexpected finish in the top 4 last season, was this the main reason why you signed a new 1-year contract to have another crack at the Premier League?
Well, I don't think it was unexpected. I fully expected we could achieve that. I think everyone else was a little shocked, John, but I technically didn't actually sign a 1-year deal. There was a 1-year extension option in my contract, and when it looked like I was about to sign with Real Madrid, the club activated it for unknown reasons, but really, I would like a crack at the Premiership. I am happy to be here. Next question.
Hi, Martin, representing both the German Kicker Sportmagazin and the Hungarian Nemzeti Sport, and I'm salty because I can only ask you one question and represent 2 newspapers. Complaining is something we always like to do. Anyway, your team, Scunthorpe, is now in the Champions League. Nobody knows them outside of England. I don't know. So anyway, what do you think your chances are? Because I don't think you're going to go far, but we'll see.
Wow, like the show of confidence there, Martin. I think we can get out of that group stage. There's no reason why we can't. We've finished in the top 4, we finished 3rd. We're a good team, got good players. Could we go on and win it? I think that might be a bit too much this year, but it's a foundation to build on, isn't it, financially? The fact that no one's heard about us, trust me, by the end of this year, the entire world will know who the Iron are. Right, we've got to have one more question, just the last one. The dude over there with the lovely moustache.
Hi Bood, Dirk Diggler from Hung Weekly. I wonder if you'd be able to confirm if the rumours are true that the only reason you opted to stay on for another year is because the owner of the club found in your office a box containing a number of penis enlargement things.
Whoa. Listen. The reason I'm here, they've activated a year's contract. All those rumours are false. Those penis enlargement things are not in my office. They are in my office. They're not mine anyway. They're someone else's. And that is absolutely nothing to do with why I'm here. I have not been blackmailed. I have a boss. No. They've just activated the year. And I love it here. So, I can do one more year, can't I? I can go year by year. There's always going to be Real Madrid opportunities out there. Can't believe you just asked me that. Seriously. Anyway, right, that's enough. I think that's done. I'm going to put a fork in this and get my ass to the training ground. Well, you didn't expect to see me sat here in the Scunthorpe office again, did you? Well, maybe some of you did, but I had no intention of quitting at 15. Not after winning the Europa League and, you know, getting up there in the Premier League. Got to have one more year at least, and that's what I'm going to do. Year by year contracts, year by year episodes, seeing how I feel. And right now, I'm up for at least one more. We're in the Champions League, got to have a crack at that. I've got to see what I could do. Now, the money was okay, and I've spent a bit, and I've recouped quite a lot. But I wanted to go about this a different way. I think it was time to stop having big, massive rebuilds. The guys achieved something special at the end of last season. So why not let them stick together, the majority, see if they can work together as a team, and kick on. And that was the plan. As always, thanks for joining me though. You're an absolute legend. Make sure you do all the good stuff, and hopefully you've been enjoying the sub league. Should be 2 episodes out. It should be good, hopefully. We're going to start here on the 6th of July when my main business is done. Now you can see the bank balance ain't too bad. 80 million in the bank, 42 million still to spend. I got 200 grand in the wages, but I moved a couple of players on. I'm replacing with maybe younger squad players because I really like the core group. And I got to, it's one of them points sometimes, you know, sometimes there's just not players out there, or some of the players are out there that I could have maybe spent 20-30 million on in a certain position weren't really better than what I already had. Let's look at some of the players that have gone. And Big Ian, the right winger, he has left us for 22 million, could go up to 24 million. Finally got rid of the goalie, just over 9 million. He went to Sassuolo. Got big bucks for this kid. Big bucks, 35 million, just over. And Matt James, I think that's the last of the major ones. I've released a few, sold a few youngsters, but Matt James, a left back. What a player, he's been here ages. So in the door for 7 million, minimum fee. We've got a 19-year-old young Spanish goalkeeper. Another minimum fee, 16.25 from Dynamo Kiev. It's that guy. 18-year-old Ukrainian. Come on, the Ukraine, you can do it. You can use both feet. Next up, we've got a new fullback, mainly a left back, can cover it right back, can cover it centre half. Around 14 million. Signed a young midfielder, English midfielder. He's got quite a bit of potential, can use both feet. I think it's 12 million going up to 22 million. And then my last signing, it's another goalkeeper. Obviously I brought in a young one. This guy's young as well, he's 18. He was available, could cost me 20 million from Middlesbrough. He's probably going to be my actual backup. But I think we've got a good squad. I mean, Danny Ford's a decent goalkeeper. He's decent. I couldn't really get a worldie. I mean, he's in the England squad. He's got himself a few more caps now, and he played really well last year. Matt Walton still here. We got him last season. Fantastic left back. Javier Rojo, fantastic right back. Mate, the Matster, turned to a great centre half. Turned down 1 million bids for him. We've got Gustavo Castanho, whatever his name is. He's still decent. So is Lopez, Mr. Angel himself. They're decent, right? Dundas is that young lad. Was it Hull last year, I think? In the middle, we've still got the 2 Frenchmen. Again, both very, very good players, I think. Look at them. They're good. Still got Darren Salden from last year on the wing. I think my first 11's decent, you know. Keon Blair on the right. But obviously, Thiago can play out there as well. Paulo behind the striker. I think he's going to have a baller of a season, hopefully. Now, there is Thiago. And the main man himself, who's not on this list, Dimitris, who we had last season. So, scored me a load of goals. I was expecting more from him as well. I think I've got a great first 11. I think we've got some good squad players and I've got some good youth. And we did fantastic last year. And that's why I thought, you know, sometimes I'll do this. If I'm not feeling it in the market, you know, and you feel like you've got a decent team that achieves something, why not? Over the summer, it annoys me. They waste loads of money fannying around. Put a few seats in. Get rid of some standing. Let's stick 5,000 in. Let's stick another 5,000 in. I suppose you've had to build up to it though. And maybe winning the Europa League. Finally kicked him into gear. I did not ask for it. They have decided to build a brand new stadium. This makes you want to play a little bit more, doesn't it? What they're going to call it. You can always change your stadium names, you know. There's a way of doing it. I made a video on that on my channel a while ago. If you want to know how to do that, check it out. If they name it the Scunthorpe Stadium and you think, well, that's a bit shit, you can change it to whatever you want. Name after yourself, your dog, your freaking next door neighbours, auntie's frog, whatever you want to do. So we finished 3rd. Only 6 points off the top to new champions West Ham, and just behind former champions Tottenham Hotspur, above the likes of Arsenal, Villa, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton, United. List all them boys, right? I didn't miss anyone out, did I? So the bookies must love us. Cheeky bastards. I mean, it could be worse. We could have been 9th. Do you know what I mean? I'll take 8th. We're 7th by the 1st of Jan. 7th. We haven't lost that many games. Only lost 4 games. Right. It's the draws. I feel like we've drawn a few. There was a few games early on in the season where I'm thinking we should be winning this. We should have scored that winning goal. We should have scored 2 more winning goals. It just wasn't happening. But, I was still alright with it. Still okay. Pre-season was nice. One of the American games got cancelled and I just couldn't be asked. Rearranging it. Sometimes when you do that as well, you want it on that specific day. And when it gets cancelled, you can't sometimes put it on that day. I don't know why. But then look at this. I was as shocked during this game as maybe you was. And this gave me, it's early on in the season, I'm thinking, Christ, we're alright. These are the champions of Europe, right? I know we won the Europa League, but what a game. Now, if you look at the stats, it was actually quite a battle, right? But we just scored down goals, and that's what you need to do. Demetrius on fire. Well, one thing we're not going to be conquering is the Carabao Cup, unfortunately. Yeah, we beat Crawley. We actually beat Arsenal on penalties. That was pretty good. And we got beat off Villa, who were a good team. I think we played Villa quite a bit in that patch. I think we played Villa close together quite a lot. I think I played them back-to-back in the league the season before. So yeah, out in the quarters. In the Premier League, we started really, really slowly. Lost a lot of our games at the beginning. Getting beat off United, as you can see there. Beat off Spurs, obviously drawn with Palace. Beat Greeno's team, which is always nice. And just really started to struggle. But some of these games, we should not have drawn with them. I don't think. Should have drawn with Leeds. Got beat off Derby, bloody County. Joe Page will love that. Derby County. Robbie Blackburn. Do you remember the Blackburns? Were they playing for Derby? Do you remember years ago on this series when we got battered off someone in a cup? I think it was Derby in a live comp. The Blackburns, 2 Blackburns scored against me. Bastards. Although we beat Liverpool. And then we were a bit shit again. That's bad. Forget that. That's bad. Reading, we won. And then recently, we started to get it together. We're still drawing a few too many games. West Ham, that's a decent draw, to be fair. Look at the squad as we always do, arranged by average rating. And you can see Demetrius, what a player. Hey, what a player he is. Loving him. Absolutely loving him. Darren Salden, good player. Obviously, I've rotated a bit. Not too much, just had to rotate a little bit more towards the end of the season. Thiago's currently got a knock, but he's still doing well. His last year wasn't as good as the year before that, but he's still a great player. Just glad I've got Demetrius. Love him to pieces. But yeah, all round they're good. We are lacking that maybe top end bit of quality. Got very, 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 very good players on. Just maybe that top end quality that could win you a title, maybe even win you a Champions League. But still, I believe in my little team. I never give up on him, and I made no transfers in January. So they still haven't found a site. Never been to Scunthorpe, I'll be honest with you. When we went to the caravan the other week, most of you know, went on a little trip away. You drive through Hull to go to the coast where we stay, and you go right past Scunny in a way you could just nip off. And I said to the wife, can we just go get a picture outside Clanford Park? It'd be great for the series. And she was just like that. Driving. She was driving. No. Bitch. Well then, let's jump forward to April. It's actually April the 2nd. And here's the group. Now, we qualified, but we're in 17th. Yeah, we did. I don't think we did too bad, to be honest. I'm going to show you the results on here. Where's the lost? There we go. We got beat off Atletico, PSG, and Galatasaray. That was rubbish. Drew with Bayern, Roma, and then there's the wins. Not bad. 4 goals in every single game. It was enough. It's always nice to get in that top 8. Obviously, bypass around because there's some good teams, isn't there, in the blue section, and we would have to face one of them good teams. Can you believe we got Borussia Dortmund? Borussia Dortmund coming to Clanford Park. Not only that, we beat them 1-0 in the first leg. And I swear to God, right, fans didn't think we'd win, Bo didn't think we'd win. No one thought we'd win. I didn't think we'd win. It's going to be tough. I thought this is going to be hard. It was hard at home. We just did what we did against FC Bayern in the Super Cup, didn't we? They probably had the edge if you look at the stats. Into the last 16, though, we came up against Juventus, and I think we were the better team. Just football, innit? It's a funny old game. And then we definitely weren't the better team when we went to their place. So yeah, we're out. But, last 16 in the Champions League. That's pretty tough with that. This league is tough. It's tough, right? Or we've just been a bit hit and miss. I think the Champions League really stretched us maybe this year. I definitely haven't got the full quality and depth to be challenging for a title and doing all the other stuff. I don't know. Last year, I felt like with the Europa League, we had quite an easy run. It's the Europa League, innit? Similar to we got to the Carabao Cup final, to be fair. But I still believe in them. I've got good players and I like my tactics, so I won't giving up hope. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to stick to your fucking guns. And these are the results in the new year. We've lost 2. Got beat off Palace. Got beat off Arsenal in a cracking game. Look at that. Loads of goals. What's a live comp? Win or lose? That would have been. We drew with that team there, the little one from across this other side of my city. Beat Bournemouth. Drew with Chelsea. Drew with Villa. They're good though. West Ham champions. So there's some good results there. But I looked at the back end of the season. Burnley should beat, Reading should beat, Everton should beat, Blackburn should beat, United will be tough. Sunderland, Leeds should beat. Can we put a run together? Definitely losing money though, aren't we? Money. I'm not worried. If they decide to extend me by a year. If you guys decide to extend me by a year, I've got a view target for this. I think there might be bigger gaps between the episodes now. Just take the time with it a bit more, enjoy it a bit more because it's coming towards the end, or it could be the end. But if I hit a certain view target, like my last one did, I didn't think it was going to get there. Even though I carried on playing, I just thought we'd see how it goes, go with the flow. And it did. So if this one does, we'll do it again. I'll play it anyway. Like I said, I felt like we could put together a run. I felt like there was a lot of points to get to at least try and secure a European spot. In the league, possibly not the Champions League, but I don't care. You want to stay in Europe once you're in it. I don't care what format I'm in. I still think a club like Scunthorpe, I've got way more chance like in the Europa League winning that, or even the conference. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I do like that Conference League. Do you know what I mean? It's fun because you play random teams. You've got a great chance of winning it. But the boys are okay. Keon Blair's got a knock. Little left back's got a knock. Sam Sahid Bulding is struggling with a bit of fitness, but wait till you see this. Are you ready? Rapid results time. Burnley 1-0. Reading 2-0. Everton 4-2. Giving it. Hey Greeno, you watching? B team that, mate. B team, because the next one I had to save my players just to give myself the best opportunity possible. I didn't think it'd be 3-0 though. Not only that, we dominated him. Dominated Man U. Come on. I B teamed it. I know Demetrius is up top, but he needed a game. B teamed it. They were bottom of the league. I took a gamble and it paid off with 1 game left to go against the dirtiest bastards in the world, Leeds, who we also B teamed. Just love it. What a run at the end. What a run. But where did that leave us? It left us in 6th. 6 on 70 points. But look how close it is. Now, last year I finished 3rd with 77 points. If I'd got the same points as last year, we'd have won the league. I didn't get the same points. Got 7 less. Drew too many games. Won 19. Drawn 13. Only lost 6. I mean, the only other team that's near us in lost games is West Ham, who won the league again, gone back to back. Congratulations to one of my favourite subscribers, Eddie. He's a West Ham fan. I mean, United second. But look, we dominated United. Dominated. Really come together at the end. I just wish they could have got it together a bit more. Like I said, a lot of their draws were games we should have won. And if we'd have just won a couple of them, we'd have won the league. So I don't think that 6 is a true reflection, but it also shows you how competitive this league is now, I think. So yeah, fantastic. But it's not over. If you're watching enough of my content, you know, I always save the best till last. Rapid results time again. Round 2, the FA Cup edition. And we started off in the 3rd round against Burnley, winning 3-0. Next up, Sunderland. 3-0 again. Tough one. Proper tough one. Demetrius is an instant hero, an instant god, because Villa are good, beat me a lot, but we beat them when it mattered, even though they absolutely battered us. Dirty Leeds, who aren't half bad, you know. They're not a bad team this year, but they weren't that great when they faced us. Awesome. Fucking awesome. You know, this is the semis, don't you? You know what that means, don't you? We beat Liverpool in the semis. The other semi-final was Chelsea United. And I'm thinking, shit, United, even though we'd beaten them, second in the league, they beat me in the Carabao Cup final. Chelsea were below us in the league. I'm thinking, nah. Us United. But no! Chelsea beat him. Chelsea beat them. Let's have a quick look for you. Quickly. Semi-final, there you go, 2-1. So it's game day. We're going to Wembley, pick me team. There's a few little issues. Obviously, I've said this before. Sometimes I let my assistant do it to see what he thinks, and I've changed about 5 of the players. Maybe he's right, maybe I'm wrong. But I've put Thiago out wide. Demetrius has to play. I mean, back in the day, we had no chance against them, but we were old Scunny, and they were Chelsea. But look at that. Now, you don't look at all these all the time, do you? I knew we've had a few good results against them. I didn't know we've had some cracking games, 5-1 or 4-3. But they haven't beaten me for 5 games. They haven't beaten me for a couple of years. The pressure. Welcome back to Wembley Stadium. We were here 2 years ago, I think, in the Carabao Cup final where we got beaten by Manchester United. But here we are 2 years later, Europa League champions of last year, with a much better team, full of confidence, winning games for fun recently. Great record against Chelsea with a great chance of winning. This, I think, would be special. Right, so here we go. The game has kicked off now. I will say it is absolutely cracking flags outside. It's so hot here in England, in Manchester especially. And my computer, as good as it is, I know I've had a few jittery issues in the past, but it's getting hot. It's like too hot in here in this little room that I film in. I've had to like mess around with it. Hopefully we have a smooth final. Hopefully we win. That would be nice. Here's Chelsea. You might also hear my little boy. He's in here as well. He's off today with me and the wife. But yeah, FA Cup final, absolutely buzzing. Really want to win it. I think we're good enough to win it. They haven't beaten us for 5 games. Lovely ball through to Paolo. Little bit of a jitter. What can Paolo do with it? Nothing. He's going to win it back, the little man. Use his skill. No, he's keeping it. Knock it out for a corner. Oh! But yeah, a couple of times, last couple of days. Never happened before. Oh, wait, through ball, Demetrius. 1-0. That's what I'm talking about. 7 minutes in, get in. The fans have just gone, and it's not like clogged up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just so hot. So hot. So yeah, killing me, man. I'm sweating. Don't know how much you can see that on here, but I'm not a fan of this kind of weather in England. It's alright when you're on holiday, you've got air conditioning, jump in the pool. But you ought to imagine me and my job sitting in a bus. It's like a greenhouse. Thiago! That's why I picked the team assistant. He wasn't going to play him, no. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's watched the first 2 episodes of the Sub League. I might do a third. I might jump forward to the 5th year and have a quick roundup. The first one was quite long, but had lots to get through. It was just a bit of fun. Thank you to everyone who took part. Thank you. Hopefully watching it. I don't think many people have got that into it, but it doesn't matter. I enjoy putting it together. Apologies to anyone who missed out and wanted to be a part of it. Oh, hit the back of his foot, that. But I've saved a few things if you haven't seen it, and an FM24. I think I'm gonna put the opportunity out there early, give myself a good chunk of time to put it together, make a new city, make 4 new teams, so more of you can be involved. Just a little bit of fun. I've enjoyed it that much. Oh, go on, vision pass. Oh my god, what a header, Darren. Because it's hard, but I've enjoyed it. I like putting these together, fantasy things. I used to do the APL, the American Premier League. I did a couple. I've not done it for a couple of years, I don't think, because someone's asked me to do it in the comments of a video. So I think I might do an APL. Look at it. And they sent me graphics card. It's up to date. Everything's fine. My computer's not laden, and that has ruined that goal. We'll watch it with a replay. Can we have a smooth replay? I'm sick of it though. These issues now. I think I might have to go to the shop though and just say, look, what's going on with my computer? Can't handle the heat. I've had a few issues. Can you do some maintenance? Can you believe that score, by the way? You can just see how good we've got to the back end of this season, haven't you? And hopefully a bit of money, maybe I can, if I do stay another year, depending on how many views we get. We're going year by year, keep saying it. Maybe buy the right player. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, to do some of the big things. And this is amazing. What we've done is amazing. Can't see us losing this now. But the big things are the Premier League and the Champions League, and it would be an injustice maybe to not at least try. And I'm not putting any pressure on my team. But yeah, I think I might need a break. I might need to take this to the shop and say, is there anything wrong with it? Everything's up to date. When it was hot in my room, it seems to be struggling. The fans are kicking in. Maybe he needs to take it open, just give it a clean out, give it a, I don't know, maintenance check or something. I mean, I've got loads of memory on it. It's a top-end bloody gaming laptop. But, you know, I do use it a lot. I take it all around the house with me. I'm always playing Football Manager. It's always on my knee. Always trying, always try and keep the air to it anyway. I never sit it on a cushion or anything. I'm not that daft. But yeah, I cannot believe this. 4-0 up. Give it 10 more minutes. I'm going to be able to like chuck a load of subs on. Give everyone a little appearance. Oh, here we go. Dimitris on the ball. A lot of blue shirts in front of him. Noah's Walton now on the yellow on the left. Lofting it to Paolo. Can't get it to him. He's about 3'5". Christ. But the pressure's on, man. Midfield's brilliant. Really have. Last few games have been a joy. Just the football, everything. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it. I watched a few of those games actually, to be fair. With just commentary. Proper enjoying it. It's like I need to see what's going on here a bit more. Do you know what I mean? But I love it when it came together. Just, it is. This is amazing. I think I was really happy with Europe. But I just think, just a little margin here and there. And we could have done well better in the league. We could have actually challenged. So I don't think we need too much. Just a little bit more, maybe. Oh, Mitchell's through. Can he get him a consolation? He has. Half an hour to go. The comeback's on. I've made 5 changes. Loads of guys have come on. Loads of guys giving a game there. The crossbar again. It could have been 4-3. This close. 5 margins. Do you know what I mean? Dying moments. No more highlights. Let's get straight to the fun bit. And this is the fun bit. Our second major. Back to back. Lost the Carabao. Won the Europa League. And now we're FA Cup champions. Which means, Eddie. I know you're watching, Eddie. You're a legend. We'll be playing your beloved West Ham United in the Community Shield, won't we? So, of course, we are back in the Europa League next season, so that could be tasty. We've won that in style last year, and I think we're better. Every chance we could win it again, that'd be absolutely amazing. So, you know, it could not be the end for this fantastic little club just yet. All right, jump forward to the 1st of June. Let's see who won what. And Liverpool beat Aston Villa 5-0 in the Carabao Cup final. Bournemouth won the conference on penalties. How cool is that? This ain't cool though, but I like that. I like that a lot because it's Aston Villa Lazio in the Champions League final. That is pretty cool, isn't it? But the budgets are in and I've got a chunk of change there. I could do damage and I think maybe it's time to invest. Try and push this team to a title challenge because I think we were close, you know. I believe we were and I'd love to know what you think. Predicted it. Now they said it was going to be a 35,000 seater. They're building a 40,000 seater stadium and I've imaginatively called it the Scunthorpe Stadium. So I think I'll let this episode come out and then over the Sunday, maybe the Monday, I'm going to put a poll out there and I'm going to think of 3 names. Maybe one will have mine in, maybe some legendary players, and we'll put it out to you to vote. So there we go, that is the end of episode 16, season 16. Make sure you smash that thumbs up because it's a bit unexpected for most of you, I'm guessing, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I massively enjoyed winning the FA Cup in style. Money to spend, and we're going to spend it. I'm going to play this, but like I said, I'll see how you all react to it and see if it's worth putting it on YouTube. We'll go year by year, but the future's looking really good. New stadium on the horizon. Got the Europa League, which maybe we could do well in again. We'll see, and kind of find them extra few players to push us on for that title push, because I don't think we're far off. Make sure if you haven't already, check out the sub league. Even if you're not involved, I reckon it might intrigue you, might give you a challenge, because I really reckon that little league is tough. But anyway, thank you as always for watching. I really do appreciate all the support I get from you guys, and I appreciate you lads and lasses at home for watching this little series of mine, which may or may not be over. I'm going to leave you hanging at the end of every single episode going forward. So anyway, thank you as always. I'm Bood. Bye-bye.